This is me in my first ever calisthenics competition. But first, let's find out how I got here. CALLISEUM, a movement, not only a competition, founded by Juan Lopez aka Pez in 2021. There have been 5 Calisseum calisthenics competitions based in the UK so far, and this year, last minute, I signed up to compete in Calisseum 5, and this is what happened. Quickly, before I dive in any deeper, let me explain how the Calisseum competitions work. So at Calisseum, there are 4 different categories you can compete in, and then there's also 3 different skill groups you'll be assigned to, so either beginner, intermediate, or advanced. The first category is sets and reps, which is pretty simple. You're just trying to get more reps than the other people in your group. So for example, depending on whether you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced, you might do skills such as muscle ups, dips, switching lunges, and you just try to get the most reps you can and beat the other people. The next category is weighted 1 rep maxes. This one's also pretty straightforward, where you just try and move the most amount of weight with strict form with either pull-ups or dips. Next up, you have freestyle calisthenics, where people do these crazy swings from the bars. They do 360 muscle ups, all sorts, somersaults, backflips, all of that. So there's that competition, and you get scored on how difficult the moves are you're doing, and then you try and rack up your points and try and beat the other people in your group. And lastly guys, we had statics, my bread and butter, what we love here on the channel. But how the static competition would work is you'd get points depending on what skill you do, and I'll show you on screen now the point system for the freestyle and the static competition. But as you can see, as the skills you perform get harder and you have to hold these skills for at least 3 seconds for it to count, you get more points for the harder skills, and then for any variations such as different grips, using less fingers, you also get bonus points. So guys, after all the back and forths in the DMs, just trying to see if I could get signed up for the static competition instead of the sets and reps, well, by that point where I got signed up, it was already the day before the competition. Guys, I had no time to prep. I just basically had to get an early night and hope I had enough strength for the competition.
Right guys, it's the morning of Calisseum 5 and I've just woken up. It's about 8 AM. The event starts at about 12. Let's start getting ready. I'm wearing the Gore Nation white tank top with the Calisthenics logo. You can see the Gore Nation logo there. Very clean. I'm wearing the Gore Nation joggers with the white stripe, if you guys can see that. And then I'm also wearing these Nike React in grey. But guys, for any of the Gore Nation stuff I'm wearing, you can go to the Gore Nation website that's in the description. Use the code JACK10 for minus 10% off your purchase. It'll help me out, it'll help support the channel, and it'll get you some cool gear like this.
So by the time we actually got to the competition, which we did just about on time, we just made it for them to start explaining the rules, but I was kind of getting hungry at this point, but there was no time to eat. We had to focus, start listening up to the rules, and start getting prepped for this competition. And with that, it was time to get started. Sets and reps were up first, and statics was a little bit later in the day, so I actually had a little bit of time to chill, watch the competition, but little did I know, there was actually a lot of time before the statics session. And while I was waiting, recording, and just watching the competition, some of you guys came up to me, some of you jacked athletes, and were basically like, are you the jacked vegan? And honestly, I was baffled by this, because only one person before previously has come up to me and asked that kind of question, asked like about the channel, and said, oh yeah, what's your stuff? And that person, I already kind of half knew them, but this time I completely didn't know you guys, so this was really novel. I wasn't expecting it at all as well. I was just recording, and some of you guys approached me, and guys, I don't know, if you ever see me somehow, if you're in the UK, then feel free to approach, say hello. But yeah guys, it was completely out of the blue. I wasn't expecting it, and some of you guys actually competed. Shenflo, Discover Your Tail, I think I have your sets recorded. They should be in this video. Their Instagrams will be down below, but for those of you watching now, near the end of this video, I'll have an interview section where I asked some questions to those that competed in Calisseum 5 to get some thoughts on what it's like to compete in the calisthenics competition as an intermediate to advanced calisthenics athlete, so you guys can get an idea of what it's like to compete, even if you're not like a pro athlete, what it's like to compete and whether it's a good experience or a bad one, and what you need to think about. Now guys, I was last in the statics portion of the competition, of course, but that meant I get to watch the other kind of beasts go, see what they were gonna hit, what skills they were going for, and guys, let me tell you, these guys were crazy. Let me show you.
3, 2, 1, let's go, Brian. 3, 2, 1, make some noise, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's hit. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, keep going now, let's go, bro. 3, 2, 1. Come on, buddy, keep it going, bro. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds in. Oh, check this out, check this out. 3, 2, 1. Keep going, Brad, keep going, bro. 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds left, 15 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Now, my name was called, it was me up next, and at this point I wasn't anxious, I wasn't nervous, I was only really hungry to be honest, and just really wanted to put on a good performance. My only goal for this competition wasn't to win, but it was just to at least do a full planche and to put on a good performance for my first competition. So guys, now let me show you how I did.
Alright, ready, going in 3, 2, 1, let's go! 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Keep it going, keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Jay. Come on. Go, keep going. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Clean. Let's go, Jay. Keep it going, keep it going. 5 seconds in. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Keep going, Jay. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds left. 15 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Hold for the full 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. On time. Give it up for Jay.
But guys, I haven't properly watched it back, so I want to watch it now with you and just go over and analyze what I did. I kind of saved it for this video because I didn't want to overanalyze how I did, because I'm that kind of person that will overanalyze and just be like, okay, I got to get that better for next time, that better for next time, which is a good thing, but I wanted to save it for this video. So now let's go through and I'll run you through my thoughts and what I was planning to do and whether it actually went to plan. 3, 2, 1, let's play. Okay, I'm there, I'm at the bars, I'm nodding my head, I'm ready to go, I'm hyped, I'm up, and first thing I do, I hit the full planche. So let's pause it there. So, one of my goals for this competition was to hit the full planche, which I did. I wasn't sure if I was going to have the strength to hit that full planche, so I'm so glad I was able to hit it as well as I did. So as you can see, I'm straight, but I'm dipping downwards, but I'll take that, because I wasn't even sure if I'd be able to hit the full planche, because you know, sometimes you just have those days. So let's play again. So we hit the full planche, we hold it for that 3 seconds as well. The next thing we do is we go into the touch front lever, so let me pause it there. My legs are a little bit bent, so the form's not too great here, and the reason is because I go into the touch front lever with my head towards the center of the bars rather than the outside of the bars, so I felt like I was going to hit my head, so I felt like that messed with my form. So if I did that again, I'd do it on the other side of the bars with my head on the outer side, but we move on. I was able to hold it at least. So we come down and we go straight into the back lever, just a back lever. I was able to hold it straight. I was a bit dipped down, but then we move on. We go to the parallettes and we hit V-sits, because in this competition, the V-sit gave you a decent amount of points for the move. Then we go straight into a wide straddle planche. So I was really happy with this wide straddle. I felt really good with it, and it's a move I'm really good with. I'm good with the wide straddles. However, watching it back, I'm not sure it was a wide straddle. I'm not sure, and you can see Teo in the back there. that he would have thought I was doing a wide straddle. Just in the moment, I put the parallettes there. I was like, okay, that's wide, let's go. Just because you only have 1 minute. So that's a bit annoying if they didn't count that as a wide straddle, but we move on. And again, next, we hit the full planche again. And here you can see I'm a little bit flatter. I'm a little bit more shaky now because I've just hit a straddle, wide straddle and a full planche before this. I think I was able to hold this for the 3 seconds, and it wasn't actually in my plan to do this second full planche. For some reason I just felt it, so I went for it, and I'm actually I'm so hyped that I held a second full planche, even if they didn't count it. Then I went to this X grip front lever. I don't really do this move, but like I was messing around like a couple days before, and I was like, oh, okay, this is a nice move, a different variation. So I decided to throw it in, and for some reason I started spinning to the side. And I've never done that before. Like usually I'm just a bit diagonal, but this time I started completely spinning to the side. And if you can see, my left wrist is really turned to the left. And after this competition, I actually injured my wrist. I found that for something in the competition that I did injured my wrist, and I'm pretty sure it was this X grip front lever and spinning to the side. I think that really destroyed my wrist. So this right here, you're basically watching me injure my wrist. So we'll move on because I'm rambling on now. Let's finish this up. So we hold another V-sit, again a decent amount of points, and then we go for a fingertip straddle planche, and that's how we finish it off. I think I wanted to go for another back lever, but there wasn't time, but we'll leave it there. And guys, you might be wondering who won. Let me tell you, right before they were about to give out the results, I was talking to Patch Ads. I'll have his link in the description. I was telling him, I think you won statics, you know. And he was like, really? I think I won the 1 rep max for my division. And you'll never forget, as we said that, they called him up and he won both categories, statics and 1 rep max for his division. Well deserved. This guy was a beast. I watched him. I said, yeah, I think he won statics. So as mentioned before, once the dust settled, I grabbed some of the athletes that competed in this competition just to get their thoughts on what it's like to compete in a competition as an intermediate to advanced calisthenics athlete, because again, you don't need to be a pro to compete in all of these competitions. So one of the guys, a viewer of this channel, Shenflo, I think he won the intermediate or beginner reps and sets category. I interviewed him and a few other people. So let's go on to the interviews now.
What's up guys, my name is Kyle. My Instagram is Shenflo, and I was competing at Calisseum 6? Calisseum 5. I was competing at Calisseum 5 today. It was a great experience. Honestly, like if you're a beginner, intermediate or advanced athlete, definitely get involved. There's lots of different skill levels. It's welcoming to everyone, and so far as competing, it's nerve-wracking at first if you've never competed. This is my 3rd one, so when I got there I was like, just do what I had to do. But yeah, it was a good time.
Yo, so my name's Ben, I'm from Exeter, and I've entered the statics competition today at Calisseum. It's been run by Brunel University, and honestly it's been so sick. The organisation has been amazing, the energy has been incredible, such talent, such strength, so many skills on display, and it's been so rewarding just to enter that arena and be surrounded by like-minded people that are involved in calisthenics, part of the community, and it's only getting stronger.
Hello everyone, my name is Ibrahim Ramsey. Instagram is Ibrahim_Ramsey, and I competed today in the Calisseum 5 competition doing advanced reps. So 1 rep max pull up, 1 rep max dip, and it was tough. It was really interesting because they're very, very strict on form, which I like. And there was a few different judges judging from different angles. So if one didn't see the bottom half of your rep, the other one saw the top half, and it was very, very articulated in the sense that you had to be strict. It was fantastic. I managed to get 60 kg pull up and I felt very good with it.
I'm Bradley. It was cool, man. Like I competed in statics today, but basically like when you're competing, yeah, your brain kind of goes blank. I don't know why, but it's still a vibe. Like you know, everyone's shouting at you, man. It's really motivating, man. I loved it, I can't lie.
But guys, I hope you got some value and understand now what it's like to compete in a calisthenics competition and some of the things there is to think about. And guys, it's been a while since I've done this outro. I've been the Jack Vegan, and I'll see you guys in the next one.